From calorie count to portion sizes, we wanted to find out all the differences between movie theatre food at AMC and Odeon movie theatres in the UK and the US. This is
Where are people getting fucking bags of
It might
popcorn?
seem like Odeon and AMC are different chains, however they're actually owned by the same company, so let's compare. Popcorn at a UK Odeon cinema comes in 4 sizes. There's a kids, regular, medium, and large.
Classic popcorn at a US AMC comes in 3 sizes: small, regular, large. And of course, if you want to get a to-go option, they have the AMC Mega Bag. Boom! That's 3 times the size of the standard large.
That's
That's way
like, I guess if you're like taking it home to your family, but like, why are you getting that much fucking popcorn? By the time you get back to your house,
large
it's gonna
sorted
be
popcorn in both
bad.
countries to see whose large is bigger. So our large salt popcorn has actually, I think, come to 204 grams, which is about 30 grams more than we were supposed to get.
194 grams of
I feel
popcorn.
like that just
Avatar.
kind of depends on the worker, though. No, like they seem. Like, I feel like you probably should have just measured the volume of the large containers, and then figure out the difference in there. Cause like, you could put more popcorn in there if you really wanted to, you know.
Haven't seen it. And for my own morbid curiosity,
The testing standards of these movie theater comparison is kind of fucking mid. I'm gonna be honest.
in the bag, I don't know, just subtract like 2 grams. How much could the bag weigh? This? And that? 620 grams. Drinks at a US AMC theater come in 3 sizes: small, 20 fluid ounces; regular, 32 fluid ounces; and the large Avatar, 44 fluid ounces.
So, do you really
Unfortunately, our drinks in the
ever
UK
need a? Oh, they're this. That's damn. Normally they're smaller. But like, do you really need 44 fluid out? Like, that's so much.
Hey,
Are
actually
you gonna
just
drink
explain
all
the
of that
US ones
in
for
like
once.
2 hours?
Cinemas,
I guess
think, are the only
if you're watching Avatar, that's like a 3-hour movie. You know, you're gonna be there for a pretty long time. But still, why are you drinking that much?
place in the UK where you can get a drink of this size. The thought of getting one of these from a fast food place in the UK is absolutely unheard of. Let's measure out the large in both countries to see if we're getting as much as we've been promised.
Wow, it's pretty close. What was it supposed to be? 44?
By my calculations, they've pretty much nailed bang on the 40-ounce line, so you're maybe not getting quite as much as you were promised. Admittedly, we did lose a little bit in transit and also a little splash just on the table there. So maybe you could round it up generously to like 41, 42, which honestly, even if it's slightly less than you're being promised, I think we can.
Doesn't it? Do they get it filled with no ice?
Cameron for this. Certainly, we can't blame the Na'vi of Pandora.
We also have ice drinks, which are the iconic Tango Ice Blasts. We have them in 3 sizes: a regular, a medium, and a large. Tango Ice Blasts are amazing. They have a bit of a
Why
cult
did
following
you
in the
not
UK. I think
film
most
this
cinema
part
goes over-
first? Like, I feel like you could have gotten this from a theater to your house and recorded it, or your studio, and recorded this part before they got that melted. You know? Like, did you really need to wait for them to get that melted?
Here, really love these. You can get them usually in 2 flavors, which are red and blue. I don't know exactly what they're supposed to taste of. It's kind of just like tangy food coloring anyway. They're not supposed to look like this, as you can probably tell. These have just been sat out under the studio lights for a while. Here's what they're supposed to look like.
You can also get iced beverages at the USAMC, primarily in the form of an icy. And they come in 3 sizes normally, but not the AMC we went to. They only had regular. It should be a small 20 fluid ounce. The regular Avatar Way of the Water Na'vi colored drink here is a 32 fluid ounce. And of course,
Still haven't seen the new Avatar. But it was like, I heard the CGI was really good. That was about it.
the large is a 44 fluid ounce. I think that's the exact same size as the soft drinks we just had. I would like to
Haven't either
request,
yet.
I don't know how hard this is going to be.
I think some of my friends have, but I don't remember. I don't remember anyone being like, "Oh my god, dude, the new Avatar, that shit's crazy!" Like I don't think anyone's like bricked up over the new Avatar.
It look like I'm in the underwater Avatar, with like me just swimming with the Na'vi, right? I'm in the movie. How hard would that be? Can you make it 3D as well? That's pretty easy, right? Can you have that done by end of day Friday? When I'm swimming around would.
Here is everything you'll find at a UK Odeon cinema that you won't find in an AMC.
Here's everything at a US AMC you won't find at an Odeon.
We'll start with the classic, which is popcorn. In the UK, it comes in 2 flavors, as salted or sweet. You can also ask them to mix them together for you. Salt and
Dude, sugar on popcorn goes so crazy. Bust open the bag of popcorn, sprinkle in some sugar, shake that shit up. Oh my god, that's fire.
excellent contrast. You won't find butter popcorn anywhere on the menu in the UK. The fact that you guys are putting melted butter on popcorn, extremely weird to us. Stop doing that.
British people aren't real.
In the US, our popcorn obviously comes plain or salted, but we also have butter popcorn. And yes, Harry, we like to put melted butter all over our popcorn. 2 things I want to know. 1, it's almost always referred to as butter flavored topping. Presumably because they can't legally call it butter, or maybe there's just other junk in there and it isn't officially butter. In America, there's just some people who are so nuts about the butter. AMC now has something, I don't know if this is to go or you get this in the theater, where they give you, no joke, this thing.
That's unnecessary. All right. I'm a fan of, you know, you go up, you look at some AMC worker who's making minimum wage, and you're like, let me get a large popcorn, layer that shit. And then you see their eyes kind of sink into their skull a little bit, so they know they gotta scoop popcorn, butter. It takes like an extra minute that they don't have to do. That's too far. Why? Like, I get like even buying like the flavored powder for like popcorn or whatever, but you're buying a bottle of butter grease. That's crazy.
To take into the theater with you, because
whoa, if I see someone squirting butter onto their popcorn in the theater, I'm leaving. Like, imagine you just see someone like 3 aisles down just fucking, ooh yeah, getting that nice like bartender pour on it with the butter. That's crazy.
So much butter flavored topping drama in the US. AMC was like, here, just take this and go do it yourself. Oh, look at that. You see that? You see that? Oh yeah. I want you to pay attention. Now imagine I'm eating this in the dark. Ooh, I like my butter so much. Oh, my hands. This is like the messiest snack in the world.
Yeah, I don't like the way he's grabbing popcorn. I'm more of like a couple fingers kind of guy, you know, like a swoop, swoop, swoop. So it's just fucking like, no wonder you're getting fucking messy, dog. You're eating like a child. You're like, oh, I ate my spaghetti with my hands and now there's sauce everywhere. Why is this food so messy? Like, what? What are you on about?
This is so gross.
All right, too far. That's not good.
It doesn't taste that much like butter. It has like a buttery flavor to it. Yeah, it's definitely flavored butter. That's not melted butter.
You can also get sweets as a topping on your popcorn in the UK. This comes in the form of Cadbury's Dairy Milk Buttons, as Smarties, Kit Kats, and Rolos.
Speaking of popcorn, you can also get cheddar popcorn, which is...
You didn't say... As a topping? You're putting Kit Kats in the popcorn's hot. The Kit Kats are chocolate. They melt. They show the wrong Smarties? That's big. If you put Kit Kats, they're fucking... Hey! The US and they're on popcorn and they're like making and they're putting your chocolate and that's gonna melt and make way like then you got that's crazy. That's gonna be so fucked up on your hands and shit. Then just some liquid butter
as Smarties, Kit Kats, and Rolos.
Speaking of popcorn, you can also get cheddar popcorn, which is, I don't know if this is just not at your theaters, really popular in the UK at all, but it's popcorn that is tossed in cheese dust, and also caramel corn, which is popcorn, you guessed it, encased.
My theater doesn't have chocolate covered popcorn. I get like that's good. I'm just talking about having hot popcorn and then like putting chocolate, like just straight pieces of chocolate in it. Yeah, cheese dust.
And caramel.
I mean, what do you think? What do you think? Like Cheetos are covered in?
There's a range of hot food options at a UK Odeon cinema, including the following. Firstly, we have the iconic cinema hot dog. Now, obviously you guys have hot dogs in America. However, it's an exclusive because ours is a pork sausage, while yours, I think, is beef. That looks real sad. Oh no.
Oh, hot
That's
dog.
so
Yay.
old. All this food is.
It says hot dog,
You
right?
saw how melted the slushies were. All this food is so old.
Movie theater hot dogs for some reason are really good. You ever notice that? Movie theaters and ball games, that's where the hot dog's the absolute best.
Next up, we have two pizza options at UK Odeon cinemas. You can get a cheese pizza or a pepperoni pizza. I haven't even opened them and I'm losing my mind because this is how they've been packaged and presented to us.
Oh. Oh, what am I?
What's that?
What am I looking at?
I'm slightly at a loss for words. I might be giving them too much credit here. I think maybe if this were fresh out of the oven, which obviously this is not, it actually might be okay. But there's a reason why pizza boxes exist, for example. Maybe look into that. and
I
customizing
don't.
it.
Even if that was fresh out of the oven, what is going on? Yo, that what is?
Any Italian.
It's like
movie,
a
watching this and
sandwich.
just crying.
What am I
Flatbread
looking at?
pizzas, The MC I went to did not currently have them because they went there right when they opened. They weren't ready yet. But you can get also a 4-cheese, a pepperoni, or a supreme flatbread pizza. You can also get yourself curly fries. Now we're talking. Curly fries, right? Mmm. The Impossible Nuggets. Oh, yes. For some reason, I picked the marinara.
Dude, this is so gross. This food's been out for so long.
And dip it in a red sauce. In a Pittsburgh
Why did it
burger.
sound like that? And why is he dipping it in marinara?
Oh, wow. Those are really bad. We have pretzel bites at our AMC. You can get them unsalted with cheese, salted with cheese, which I
You just
got,
go to the fucking.
garlic.
You're going to a movie in America. If you're gonna get pretzels at the theater, just head up the Wetzel pretzel
Parmesan
outside.
cheese,
What is this?
everything bagel with cheese.
This is
cinnamon
amateur
syrup
hour.
with icing.
Oh, dude,
You know, it's-
cheese sauce is the ultimate hit or miss. It's either like, damn, dude, that fucking liquid cheese is fire, or it's just so gross. I'm pretty sure the AMC cheese is not that good, if I remember correctly.
You're gonna want those right out of the oven or the microwave. You can also get a Bavarian Legend pretzel. The theater we went to did not have them at the time of filming this.
At a UK Odeon, you can get triple dip nachos, which are tortilla chips, which come with guacamole, salsa, and I think it's
If he dips these chips and this fucking like at least an hour old guacamole, I'm done. I'm just gonna close the video.
cheese sauce. This is how it came. What we have is just a bag of plain tortilla chips.
But yeah, because you got it to go. Normally they give you like the box and they dump it, at least in America. You know, they dump it into the
labeled
box.
dips. We have the cheese sauce. We have.
Okay, it's
fucking
sealed.
fried
It's sealed.
guacamole.
It's not that bad.
Like someone blended up Shrek. We have
But yeah, you didn't put it in the
Tomato salsa?
fridge.
jalapeno.
You just left this shit
I
out.
think this was onion and chive dip, maybe. I feel like I have to try and assemble these somehow. I want to do it in a way, but hopefully you guys can join me along for the ride because it could be interesting. I want to try and get some like layerage going on there, if possible. From calorie count to portion.
It just reset the whole.
Salsa. Can you imagine? It's like
Spoilers.
Relationally well.
Oh, dude, it's
This is-
warm salsa.
This
It's
is
warm
nachos right here.
jalapenos. It's
people
warm
might say no.
guacamole. Why
Yeah,
is he
you do that.
doing this? This is gross.
I'd say no. Doesn't need it. Perfect the way they are. Oh, man.
What am I looking at?
No, my mum used to like the nachos. She's not dead. I haven't been to the cinema with her in a while. Yeah,
What am I, dude? That's
they don't look terrible.
UK nachos, all right.
absolutely disgraceful. I don't know what's going on that island of yours.
You said
Your
it.
nachos, thumbs down. I would say pretty generous with the chips. Not bad, right? These are UK level nachos right here. I don't know who is like, oh yeah, perfect. This is exactly what I think nachos are. Did they make a mistake? If I look at this right, they gave us a thing of marinara sauce. I'm assuming this marinara was supposed to be salsa. Can you imagine?
Don't do
You
it.
just get this and go to the theater in the dark. You're watching a movie. Oh man, this salsa sure isn't very chunky. Oh well, man, I cannot wait to eat these.
Why?
nachos. Oh,
Why?
I'm so worried about the tree of life, Avatar 2.
Why? Why? What did you
Well,
expect?
it's so bad. It's like oddly alluring. Does that make sense? This is terrible. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do everyone a favor and throw this out. Yuck.
Why did he eat it
Going on
more?
to the sides, we have a couple of side options in the UK that you won't find in the US. Unfortunately, one of them we couldn't find today, which are crisper fries, which are kind of like very thin slices of potato, which are fried. However, we could get our hands on...
Those are just chips. Those thin. Dude, British people aren't real. They're not real. We took the potato and we sliced it thinly and fried them. Those are chips.
Pretty good.
Oh
Technically,
my.
Also included on the sides menu are the dips. Basically everything that you would normally find on the nachos, including the side of jalapenos, the salsa dip, the cheese, the guacamole, and this cream cheese, garlic and herb dip. We have one prepackaged popcorn option if you don't fancy the fresh stuff, which is this. Butterkist toffee popcorn. I think this is kind of more similar to what you guys might expect from like caramel corn in the US. It's basically popcorn, but with an actual coating of this kind of like sugary, syrupy stuff.
Now the AMC has a bunch of snack options that you won't find in the UK. Starting with
Okay, I was gonna say, what the fuck are these snacks? But I guess they're the ones that don't overlap.
known as lifestyle snacks. I'm assuming they're meant to be a little bit healthier. Starting all the way down here, you have the Planters sweet and salty.
All right, we can. I feel like we can skip over. We know what they got in the
Which
US.
we'll go through now. Wine gums. Do you guys have wine gums in the US? I really like these. They're a bit of an old person sweet. I still don't know exactly why they're called wine gums because I don't think they have wine in them. On top of the gummies themselves, they will have like the name of a wine kind of stamped on, and they're different colors. The flavors change according to the color. Red one's always the best, of course. A couple of Cadbury Dairy
Mid-opinion.
Milk options. We have some Cadbury.
Are they just like?
nibbles? Dairy Milk giant buttons.
I don't know.
I
I
like
guess
peanuts
they're just
flavors.
gummies. Yeah.
In the UK, we have Dairy Milk, which is owned by Cadbury, and then the Mars Corporation has their own brand of milk chocolate, which is called Galaxy. And this is basically Galaxy chocolate with a hard shell on the outside. These honestly are really good. Cadbury Twirl Bites. It's Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate, and it's kind of got this weird like swirled texture on the inside, so it lends itself to being quite like a flaky and almost like melt in your mouth chocolate bar. They're pretty good. Aero Peppermint Bubbles. It's got this weird like aerated texture in the middle, which is designed basically to melt in your mouth when you eat it.
Yeah. Is it like? It's not that like stereotypical like gummy flavor. It's like different.
Bar buttons. I loved Milky Bar as a kid. It's basically white chocolate, which I used to
White
love
chocolate's
when I was younger.
fire.
I think as my palate has kind of evolved as I've gotten older, I don't really tolerate white chocolate like I used to, but these are great. Bit of a nostalgia factor. And the last one we found today was Maltesers. I love a Malteser. I still don't fully understand what they are, to be honest. What is the middle bit? It's not honeycomb, but it's got like a crunchy, almost honeycomb texture. Now, it's not a pre-packaged option, but it is a sweet option. We have pick and mix cups in the UK. Pick and mix is like a really iconic British thing, I think. It's basically this notion of you go into a sweet shop, or in this case, a cinema, and they'll have lots of different pots or tubs of individual
Oh
candy,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
go
It's
in with a
just.
scoop
Why
the
is it in a
scoop.
cup? Put it in a fucking bag, so you can rustle it out, get in. Because with that, if you got the candy you got on the first layer, you're not gonna be able to get until you eat all that other candy. But if it's the first candy you grabbed, it's probably up there on the list because you go on the shop and you're like, oh fuck, I want that candy. But now it's at the bottom of your cup. Make it make sense. But I think we can call it on this video. I think that's pretty good.